Welcome to Front Porch Friday. Well, here we are in week 2 of a brand new series we're doing here on the blog, How to Start a Home Bible Study. And my friend Shanda Stiles, who has been leading a Bible study in her home for the past couple of years, is with me. And today's topic is what? What are we going to be talking about today, Shanda?
Today we're going to talk about 5 planning and preparation tips.
Okay, these are Shanda's kind of top 5 tips if you're going to start a home Bible study. What are the top 5 things you need to do, just the nuts and bolts then, the basics of getting started in a Bible study. So let's start with number 1. What is number 1?
Well, number 1 is pray. We talked last week about praying, and you don't want to stop praying because this is the Lord's idea, and if He
essential.
wants to see it through, then we want to make sure that we're on the same page as He is.
And don't you think it's true, Shanda, that leading a home Bible study, it'll put you on your knees, won't it? It'll make
yes,
you pray. It
yes,
really
it
will.
will.
It's a big step of faith to
Yes,
do
it
something
will.
like that. So it's just a natural thing you're going to want to do. You're going to pray all the way from start to finish through this whole process. So prayer is just vital.
Yes.
Well, what's number 2, Shanda?
Well, number 2 is to set some goals. I think it's important that we set goals for ourselves on what is the goal of the study, what is the goal of having this group, because it helped me stay focused and on task and not just think of it as a Tuesday night party every Tuesday night.
Yeah. This is not bunco, girls. This is Bible study, okay?
That's right.
Shanda's been in bunco. You know, we all love
I
bunco.
love bunco.
But home Bible study is not a bunco evening get together with all the girls and playing
right.
around. It's fun though, isn't it?
That's
Bible
right.
studies are fun, but they're not bunco. So you got to set some goals. Like,
Yeah.
what were some of your goals?
Well, a few of my goals, I actually brought the little piece of paper that I
She's
wrote
so
my goals
organized.
on the first time that I did this. So just quickly, a few of my goals were to build community among the women in my neighborhood, to provide a close place to come for people who work during the day, for just to come down the street and do Bible study, and to encourage women to study the Word on their own. Those were my goals, and I communicated those goals to my group the first night and told
So
them.
that's your sheet that you took into
That's
the
the
actual
one.
your prepreparation that
Yep.
that's one of the first
Yep.
things you communicated to them.
Yes.
You want your women to know why you're doing this, okay? And I love that you had that all written out for them to know. And I love also that Shanda, didn't you also ask them why they came?
I did.
And was that beneficial to hear
Yes,
that?
that's it helps a lot to hear what their goals are for being there, because you'll hear all different things, and it helps you kind of help them to accomplish what they want to get out of the study.
I think, and Shanda told me one time, she said, that you'll be surprised by some of the reasons they came. Some of them, they want to get to know the women in the neighborhood. They don't know anybody. Okay, they may know one person. And it's just awesome to get to know each other. And when you get a bunch of women, you don't just get to know each other. You get to know everything about each other's kids and families and all that.
Yeah.
And it's it's wonderful. So it's to be known. A lot of them, it's just their goal to get known and to know other women. Well, what's number 3, Shanda, of your top 5 tips for starting and planning a Bible study?
Well, number 3 would be to start gathering information, figuring out what kind of study you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, where you want to do it. Google is your best friend. If you will get on the internet and just Google things like how to start a Bible study,
Great idea. Great
or
idea.
Bible study on beauty, or some
Tips for leading a home Bible study,
Yes.
and like this is
Yes.
tips for leading a home Bible study. Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff out there that will help you start gathering information, and also talk to someone you know who might have done this before. Someone who's led at church, or someone who is led at their home, or someone who's attended one. They're a wealth of information.
Yeah, pick up the phone and call some of these guys. They can really help you find out things maybe you never even thought about, and you can learn from their mistakes. And that's what wise people do. You're a wise girl, so call some people, get on Google, gather some information. Well, what's the next thing in your list of your top 5?
Well, the next thing would be just to pick a study. And that sounds like a pretty easy thing to do. There are tons of great Bible studies out there.
Studies.
But actually, it can be a challenge, because you really want to find something that's a good fit for your group, for the women in your group. And you might want to start out small with a shorter study, or a topic that's not so deep. Until you get a feel for where the women in your group are.
And might I make a shameless plug, Shanda, for our Beauty by the Book study. It is
Absolutely.
a 7-week study, 6 weeks of homework, 20 or 30 minutes of homework. It's easy homework, really.
Yes.
It's a light Bible study that's real challenging, I think, spiritually in some ways. And girls, we have free videos online that you can use in
Yes,
your
we
home
do.
Bible study group. So Beauty by the Book's a great.
It's a great
I think
one.
one that fits all women, and it's fairly light and it's very
Definitely.
practical. But there are lots of others. Where did you find information about Bible studies?
Well, when I was Googling, I stumbled on a site called womensbiblecafe.com. And Women's Bible Cafe is a site that does online studies, and you can go and participate online. But for me and the home Bible study, it was a wealth of information about a variety of studies, because there was commentary on the different studies, and it was a wealth of information. You should go check it out, womensbiblecafe.com. It will help you hone in.
They've offered a multitude of Bible studies online, and people across the nation, across the world have done those studies. It's a great site, and it's a wonderful opportunity for people to study all over the world, but it's also a wonderful opportunity for those of us who want to lead a home Bible study to
Yes.
find out more of what women are saying about other studies, about other Bible studies.
Yes.
Okay, Shanda, anything else that you would just give in your little list of things to do as you're getting ready to start a Bible study?
Well, I think once you've done all of those steps, it's time to invite some people, invite the participants, and tell them, communicate to them the details, the study you're going to do, the time and the date, and also to enlist some helpers.
Yeah. Some of them may want to bring snacks or things like that. I don't know. You may want to do a meal. You probably don't want to do a meal. That's a lot of work or whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever. And just begin to enlist and invite people. We are just praying for those of you who are feeling led to start a home Bible study. And Shanda, thanks so much for being here with me for this great series. She has done this and just has been very successful at it. The Lord's really, really blessed it. And girl, He's going to bless your efforts too. And so just continue in an attitude of prayer and use these tips. And listen, for those of you who've done home Bible studies before, we want you to leave comments on Facebook and the blog. Let us know some of your top 5 or your top 3 or your number 1 tip on planning and leading a home Bible study. We would love to hear back from you. Next week, we're going to be right here again in our 3rd week of this How to Start a Home Bible Study. What are we going to be talking about next week, Shanda?
Well, next week we're going to talk about some challenges.
Ooh, okay. The things that are going to challenge you in a home Bible study. And so, Shanda, thanks so much for being with me here today. We will see all of you next week right here on Front Porch Friday for week 3 of this series, How to Start a Home Bible Study. We love you, and we are praying for you, girl. Bye.